Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it prickles.
Watch Johnny's bite.
Bismillahir Rahman Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Friday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Juma Mubarak to all Muslim brothers and sisters. And when you pray for Kosami, it's not well, but we believe that Allah himself will send his healing power. And to all those who are not well, we pray that the good Lord will heal them. When you go on your knees today to pray for Ghana, pray that our leaders will receive the knowledge and direction of God, and then that knowledge would be applied in the interest of the people of the Republic of Ghana. Pray. Now, this morning, I know that the bill to regulate the pricing of cement has gone to Parliament. The Honorable Minister for Trade, Mr. K.T. Hammond, is bent on doing this, even though members of Parliament have said that the specific committee were not consulted, and you find that the cement manufacturers are also raising key concerns. The concerns have been raised about exchange rates, they have been raised about inflation, they have been raised about the strength of our city, they have been raised about the cost of production, and all those issues in between. Now, how does the government regulate the price of a product that they did not contribute in producing? How? How does a government, all right, decide on a price of a product that they were not involved in the production? How? Because you see, the major ingredient, as we've been told, the clinker, we don't have it here. We import it in large quantities. And when the thing gets to the port, we charge the people in dollars. And you and I know how weak, and some say useless, our city has become in the eyes of the world. So shouldn't we first be fixing the issues that affect our city so that our city gains some macho strength to be able to compete effectively? I mean, I've even spoken about how we are quoting dollars left, right, center on the local front. National Peace Council wants money. They say we want $1 million. This one wants money. They say $1 million. This one, we find money under somebody's bed is $1 million. So we are all about dollars. How do you expect our city to be strong? But the minister is not backing down. Is that what they call control price? Was that what elements of his party fought against back in the day, control price? Is that what is creeping back in? I don't know. I'm only asking my questions. But also another question that I want to tell and ask the minister, maybe an appeal, is that yes, he has seen that cement prices are going up, so he wants to put in a specific law to regulate the prices of cement. Mr. Minister, maybe you don't know. We used to buy a crate of eggs for 7 cedis. It has also gone up to 70 cedis. Please put in an LI for eggs. We used to buy tomatoes, plenty. Sometimes the tomato sellers would even add on some to it. Now, if you are, because cement prices have gone up, you are trying to regulate it, put in an LI also to regulate the prices of tomatoes. Mr. President, the coconut that you spoke about, you remember coconut? We used to buy coconut for 1 cedi, 50 pesos, 1 cedi, 2 cedis. Today, coconut is between 5 cedis and 7 cedis. So, Mr. Minister, put in an LI to regulate coconut as well. Since you are interested in regulating the prices of things that are going up that affects Ghanaians. And mind you, not all Ghanaians are building. But all Ghanaians eat coconut or drink coconut juice. All Ghanaians go to the market to buy tomatoes, onions, egg, bread. If you are worried indeed about the cost of these things on the market and for which reason you want to bring an LI, dole to regulate, then please bring an LI to also regulate food items. It is important that you do. If the motive really is to regulate and is not to score some cheap political points, then bring an ally to regulate the price of tomatoes and coconut and all of those ones. But you see, I'm not surprised that the minister will have his way. You know why? As a country, 4 days ago, electricity prices went up. Water prices went up. LPG and fuel and all of those, kerosene, everything, they went up. And then cement prices went up. We are not interested in it. We are interested in Chef Smith. That is how and what we have become. How does Chef Smith's gaffe affect your pocket as an individual? How? This morning, you have been on social media, you have used your last money to buy credit, you are joining the trends. How does it affect your this morning? You are looking for some 5 cedis to add to go and buy watch from that junction. How does it affect you? How does Chef Smith's thing affect you? Electricity affects you. Water affects you. Fuel affects you. Cement prices affect you. And yet you are not interested in talking about it. All 4 of them went up at the same time. Boom. You saw Labour asking for some more money because they are feeling it. But we fall so easily for the diversionary tactics and the red herrings that are thrown at us. So that the reality, the things that matter. I told you this when Yvonne Nelson's issues came. When Yvonne Nelson wrote a book that I am not Yvonne Nelson. We were all interested in her private matter. We have finished discussing a private matter. The issues that we were supposed to have discussed and raised concerns about are still staring us in the face. So let us continue on this note. Let us be interested in people's private issues. Let's be interested. We will go far. Find me the photo of the regional minister and Dr. Bonaventure Benedict Alegibam. I want to say good morning to him. Sunday will be the 7th of July. What that means is that he has stayed in office for April, for May, for June, and for July. 4 months after he was supposed to have gone on retirement. Now, the regional minister as board chairman visited ICOR. I'm sure the regional minister, before he was transferred from the other region to this region, knew about the letter that Dr. Brian Champon had written, saying that they cannot grant a post-retirement contract to Dr. Bonaventure Benedict Alegibam. I'm sure the minister is aware. And I'm sure that the minister is aware that the Water Users Association in the region of which he is chief and head of security have raised concerns about the attitude of this man. And I'm sure that he knows that this man has gone past the age of retirement and is still signing on allowances and drawing from IGF that he's not supposed to be drawing on. But yet the minister goes to comfortably meet him. Prior to that, the minister had met the labor union and some other organizations and assured them that he will ensure that Dr. Alegibam doesn't stay in office a day after. Many weeks after, he is meeting with him. Show the picture of the two of them. Party sweet them past Ghana. Party is sweet them past Ghana. So even though the man has messed up the place and continues to mess up the place, he will go and have a conversation with him and even take photos with him. Party sweet them past Ghana. And you know what's interesting? Dr. Alegibam has defied the minister, the regional minister, the one before him, the one that is before him now. He has defied the Greek minister, and by extension, the president and the chief of staff who sent the Greek minister to write to him. He has defied parliament. He has defied everybody else. The Grand Master of Stubborn Academy International. Now, I tell you what, this is what the minister wrote on his Facebook page yesterday. He said, as board chairman of the Irrigation Company of Upper Regions, I paid a working visit to the organization to interact with the management and executives of farmer associations of Tono and Via irrigation schemes. ICOR is a government organization established to promote all of those. However, I want to change the narrative by addressing the issues at hand. The engagements have provided positive insights into the situation at ICOR. The first situation you should change, Mr. Dr. Bin Salih Hafiz, regional minister. The first thing you should change is to ask Dr. Bonaventure Alegibam, who has been asked by your colleague minister, that he should hand over his document. And let me shock you. Did you know that on Tuesday, Did you know? Dr. Alegibam insists that he won't go anywhere. But did you know that on Tuesday, Dr. Alegibam went to the SNIT office in Bolga to go and start the processes for his pension? The man who has refused to go, come to me. The man who has refused to go home and is using official vehicle, drawing allowances and using fuel, etc. Dr. Alegibam, I'm talking to you. I know that you went to the Bolga SNIT office on Tuesday. Yes, I got my eyes on you, sir. On Tuesday, you went to the Bolga office, SNIT. You are going to kickstart the process. You know the way SNIT works now. Previously, you would have sent a letter, but now, once you turn 60, SNIT stops receiving contributions from the institution that you have worked for. So now the man has gone to SNIT to go and check his WhatsApp. So he wants to eat from here and he wants to eat from there. Doc, I say, I got my eyes on you. I got my eyes on you. There's a cement thing that I want us to talk about quickly. Cement. So, Dr. Sally, I got my eyes on you too. Just to say good morning to you and your friend, Dr. Bonaventure Benedict Alegibam, who is illegally staying in office. I got my eyes on you. Now show me, DVLA in Bolga, what's happening? DVLA, Bolga, there's a cement thing with some green. The space that is supposed to be used to test your vehicles, has it become a cement because of Mr. Katie Hammond's cement regime, price regime thing? That's why you are keeping cement there or what? What's happening? DVLA, good morning to you. Mr. Buzia, good morning to you. Your Bolga office, is it now a cement parking space or what's happening? No, I want to understand. Mr. Buzia, good morning to you. Mr. Kwesi Buzia, good morning to you, sir. I know you are my senior friend, but this one is about the state. It's about the state, sir. DVLA, that's your office at Bolga. I got my eyes on you. What is happening? This is supposed to be a vehicle testing space, but so what is the cement doing there? Or you are building something that we don't know? Maybe you have to come and explain to us. Huh? Please come and explain to us what's happening there so that we are all on the same page with you. Please come and explain. Good morning to you. Now take me to the street. When I started Johnny's Bite, and proud to that, because I had been expressing my opinion many years. I mean, I've done this for almost 20 years. So many years, and those who know me, right, on Plaza FM, on TV Africa, on Pravda Radio, they know me. I've expressed my opinion, and I haven't failed to express my opinion based on the facts and figures that are available. That's why intimidation doesn't scare me. I've expressed my views. And one of the things that media is supposed to do, and which is why when sometimes people want to teach us how to do our work, I look at them and I laugh. Because you are politicians only. You are now trying to understand what we do. But stricto sensu, you don't understand. And we are not, you can have your way around those who don't know their left from their right on the field. But for some of us, no. Take me to the ground. Yesterday, we went to the Klote constituency. Klote constituency, sorry. That's at Dabraka, Osu, Ringwe Estates, Rage, all those places. There's a gentleman, I'm told his name is Amate. Listen to him.
Thanks so much for this opportunity. Come on. You both came because of us, not the political activists. All these people mention their names here and there. They are the reason why we are suffering today. Please, thanks be to Johnny's Bite. I've been watching Johnny, and kudos to Johnny for the best job that he's doing for Ghana. Look, nobody will throw dust into our eyes anymore. Okay? Our eyes are now opened. It is not what you come and defend over here. It's what is going to change our minds. So I am not for NDC or MPP. I'm speaking as a Ghanaian. What I'm feeling is what I'm telling you today. Look, we are no more going to be like this, like that. Look, in this country called Ghana, sometimes I pity myself being a Ghanaian. Why am I saying so? If this is how best our own people can rule us, mommy, I feel pity. This is how best our own people can rule us.
What is your problem exactly?
My problem is that instead of them to think about us, they are all there for their selfish gains. Look, they came and mentioned their names. I am consecutive this, executive that. What impact? What impact? See, when you come here, please talk to the people who are feeling the reality on the grounds, not who come and defend their political whatever. That is not what we need in this country. We need people who will change our lives, who have impact on us, not these countries. Mommy, look at us.
Now you have
when you move from here to Kaneshi, look at the people selling in the traffic. They'll come and beg us. They'll come and beg us, but yet they will be living in their these V8, moving around, and they'll be watching them. Madam, we are those people who give you the mandate. Oh. We give you the mandate. Get to know that you are our servants, not our masters. But today, what do we see? We see them rather enjoying. What kind of life is this?
All right.
What kind of life are we living? Right. Look at Kolebu Road. A whole Kolebu.
All right.
Mommy, a whole Kolebu Road. From the traffic to, what do you call it? The post office. They cannot do anything. They cannot even start it. And when the ambulance is coming, today people die because of 300 cities, because of 400 cities, that they cannot afford to buy medicine. What kind of life is this? Abba, it's very unfortunate. But please, let me talk. But thanks to Johnny's Bike, today you have opened our eyes, and we are going to go by that. Hey, the power belongs to you and not them. If truly they are here to help us. Hey, Obiba, I see it is council and you're coming here. And then what are we seeing? We are even making fasting. Fasting, I hear. What kind of life is this? Soulful leaders. They are not even worth to be called leaders. I don't call them leaders because leaders listen to their followers. You understand? Leaders listen to their followers and not what they are doing. Kudos, Johnny. I salute you once again for this opportunity. Mommy, when you come, talk to the people who are on the grounds, not these political activists. I don't like them. I don't want to see them here. Because if they really think about us, Mommy, they will not come and defend the defendless. Something that when you defend it is not. Look, I've been watching TV3. Today, they said they will not even bring their representatives to come and represent you people at the place. Yet, they are here to defend the defendless. Tell them the right. Let them go. We don't need them here. It is these people that are supposed to talk to them. Thank you very much.
The energy on the streets, the voice on the streets. Did you hear him? He said, I have opened their eyes. It's not about NDC and MPP. I have senior friends who WhatsApp me, some call me and say, must you criticize everybody, must you say this one? But some of the things, they know it is the truth. But then they love party past the nation. And I've always said that it is the older generation that are failing people like the young man who spoke in Adadabraka. They talk about the good old days. They talk about when the quality of education that they had was good. The other time I was listening to a senior citizen, not senior citizen per se, somebody under 60, talking about they having the opportunity to have read the classics, they going from Form 1 to Form 5 and then sit form and the quality that they have, blah, blah, blah. But that same person was on another media network the other time exalting free SHS, the shambolic implementation of the free SHS that we have now, exalting it. School without textbook. He was exalting and praising it. That's a wicked person, a wicked old man. He went to school, right, for 5 years for secondary school. And then they added 2 years before he went to the university. When he finished, there were jobs waiting for him. That same person now comes back to say, today the youth, the standard of their thinking and their logical reasoning and blah, blah, blah is low. Now who calls them? You implement a traffic light situation for the children because of political reason, and you want to talk about the numbers, not the quality. In education, there's access and there's quality. The quality is missing. We know. Napo knows. Educhum knows. All of them, they know. Everybody knows that the quality is missing. We know. That is the pain with which the young man spoke. We know the truth, but we won't say it because if we say it or when we say it, our party begins to look bad. It's a shame. And if you're one of those elders and you have gray hair, bow down your head in shame. Today, this morning. You see the energy on the streets? We have been to 5 places. This morning we are going to Kaneshi Market. The narrative is no different. They may speak different languages, they may express it differently, but it just tells you that the people are being disappointed. I told you, the Global Fund boss, those who gave us the medicines that we left at the port and we said we wanted money to clear it for Okoboy to come and say he will give a 2-week ultimatum, he will work from the port so that we can clear free medicine. We have gone to beg for free medicine. We are also asking them to give us money to clear. He said this has never happened anywhere in the world before. And guess what? Global Fund was set up by our own Kofi Annan. How would Kofi Annan feel in his grave? Must we embarrass ourselves at every opportunity and defend the same? Must we? Must we embarrass ourselves at every opportunity and defend the same? Yesterday in the morning, the politicians were there at each other's throat defending what was unnecessary. Somebody comes and said, oh, the MP, the assemblyman or candidate had instituted a health insurance scheme, right? And then somebody asked them, the health insurance scheme, if I take it beyond Adabraka or I take it beyond Osu, can it work? They say, oh, no. They say, but there's a national health insurance scheme that all of us can plug into that would applaud President Kufuor and all the presidents that came after him who have sustained it. How do we make it better? I know people in this country who travel outside the country, they have citizenship elsewhere. When it is time for their medical checkup, because they have health insurance, they are called, they are sent emails. Those same people will mount TV and do a race and deceive you and tell you that they are providing the best for you when they know they are lying through their teeth. That's the energy on the ground. The people are becoming wiser and wiser, and you could clearly tell the gentleman, he spoke with a lot of passion. Must we defend everything? Must we defend everything? Must we defend everything? You have gone through the best of it. You have some old people tell you about the fact that when they were in school, they used to have milkshake, warm milkshake. Today, the children can't even find a decent bowl of rice to eat. The children were promised a bar of chocolate every day by Grandpa Nanado. The children, they were promised a bar of chocolate every day by Grandpa Nanado. They were promised the same. Nanado had a milkshake. He promised them cocoa drink every day, warm cocoa drink every day. And the intention was that it was going to help us to consume our own cocoa, keep the money here, and expand our industries and create jobs. We applauded it. Where is the cocoa? Where is the cocoa drink? Have we asked? When you ask Grandpa this question, say why? But Grandpa has deceived his grandchildren, and even deceived God that I'll build you a cathedral, and the cathedral has not been built. The cocoa farm is now a platform for galamsey, and the water is being destroyed. There are cocoa rigs being rejected on the global front. When you talk, they say you are attacking the government. How am I attacking the government? How? Do I do galamsey? The people who do galamsey, who were mentioned in the Frimpong Boateng report, Protozua, Chairman Woon, to me, all those people that Professor Frimpong Boateng mentioned, how have we solved the matter? Eko Ewusi has gone through his primaries. He's going to Parliament. Because that constituency is a safe seat. He's going to Parliament. The names are in the report. No be me talking. I'm only providing extra fact that he has gone past he has won his primaries. He would possibly go to Parliament. Charles Bisu, he has won his primaries, possibly go to Parliament. All of them. Why do we love party more than the country that we say we want to serve? And you say you want to convince me to want to break the 8. But how do you want to convince me? That's what the gentleman on the street is asking. How do you want to convince anybody that you care about the country so much that we should give you another opportunity, given what you have done? Now turn back and look at what you have done. Some of you went on strike and demonstration because you were getting too much chicken for free and that you wanted fish because you lived by the sea at Legon. Today, ask yourself, the school feeding children, go and look at the food they eat, the rubbish we call food. Some of the people living in prisons don't eat that. The rubbish that we feed the children, rubbish, pure rubbish that we feed the children. And we know that nutrition has a way of developing the brain and it helps with teaching and learning. The rubbish that we feed the children. And then we come and take photos with them and applaud. Then we send one deputy minister there to be tasting the food. He takes 1, 2, the cameras go off, he puts the food down. And he's like, yeah. I mean, why are we so this wicked? And you will wake up and go and defend. You had a gentleman. No, yesterday, Mr. Richard Ahiagba spoke to TV3. And this is instructive. Mr. Richard Ahiagba, Director of Communications of the NPP. He spoke with TV3. Listen.
That has been arrived at.
Well, were you inside?
Yes.
Yeah, if you were inside, you saw that it was a unanimous endorsement of the nomination of Martin Opoku Prempeh, Honorable. The party is resolute in that nomination. We support the Vice President with the choice he arrived at. So we're going to move on from today, galvanize the party, and go on to win the election on December 7th.
The conversation is that Dr. Opoku Prempeh coming from the Ashanti region is going to whip up a lot of interest from your stronghold. How crucial will this decision be for the party coming on the back of where he's coming from?
Absolutely, it means everything to us. But what point I want to make is that, yes, he is the ultimate person that Vice President is settled on. Now, if you were in the room, you heard the unanimous endorsement of it. So every single person who at one point had interest in becoming a running mate have let that ambition down and then are supporting the ticket that we put together. So absolutely, our understanding is that he would complement the Vice President. He would work with the Vice President. He made a very powerful statement in the room that he's working with the Vice President and he will be a running mate, not anything more than that.
That's Mr. Richard Ahiagba, Director of Communications. And you know the Director of Communications office is where people are deployed from to make a representation on the various media platforms. I'll say no more. I said Mr. Richard Ahiagba is the Director of Communications. The office of the Director of Communications, that's where people are deployed from to make a representation on all other media platforms. I will say no more. If you are smart, you will know what I'm talking about. If you are not, that's your own problem. But there's a very last one. A picture of John and Jane and then of Napo and Baumia put together. So the question I ask is, would they be the dynamic duo? Or would they be double trouble? And I'm asking on behalf of both. Dynamic duo or double trouble. Some say perfect pair, some say John and Jane. Incidentally, there's 3 SHS in this conversation, the mix of 4. Incidentally, former ministers of education in the mix of 4. Incidentally, the former vice president in the mix of 4. So what really are Ghanaians looking for? What are Ghanaians aiming at? And what will be the scorecard upon which Ghanaians will make a decision? You think about it. Forget about your party color. Think about it, which pair you would want to represent, because now we know our situation. We know how much we owe. We know how much we have borrowed. We know how things are expensive, all of that. And in the past, you have been told you are sitting to Abapa. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm just asking you, as an electorate, you have the card. You have 1 vote. Where would it go? Would it go to Dr. Baumia and Dr. Martin Opoku Prempeh, or will it go to John Dramani Mahama and Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman? I leave you to judge. You, the electorate, you judge. And when you finish judging, you know that elections have consequences, and the consequences will be upon you and us. Good morning. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Good morning.
Good morning, brother Johnny.
Odewale, how are you?
I'm fine.